Little Giannis and the Bucks, and it's time. Welcome to Butchie's Den. Hit that subscribe button. Trying to get to 1,000 subscribers before Super Bowl Sunday. So hit that subscribe button below. But it is time. Milwaukee suffers a 102-100 loss. And yes, it's time to move on from Giannis. Giannis with a calf injury, 4 to 6 weeks, he's out. Here's the reason it's so hard for Milwaukee to say, yeah, we're going to move on. Yes, he's a franchise player. Will Milwaukee ever get a franchise player again? That's the question that everybody's wondering. But it just doesn't start there. It's the roster construction. Watching the game last night, Nuggets-Bucks, there was no effort whatsoever by any of Giannis' teammates. Giannis injured that calf in the first quarter. You could see him come back, try to play. Was not himself, and it was very obvious he was not himself. I don't know why he was back in the game. That's the other question that I have when you talk about what's going on with the calf injury. He comes back, tries to play more, fourth quarter, injures it. But this, as far as an organization goes right now, they have decisions to make more than just Giannis. Because this isn't just a we're going to trade Giannis. Then it's we're going to trade Giannis and is Doc the guy. I don't think you can trade Giannis and still have Doc try to be the coach. I think they have to go hand in hand, and I think that's the issue. Now, if you're the front office, the last thing you want to do is trade Giannis. You don't want to be known as the front office that traded your best player and a superstar and a player that we might never see in Wisconsin again, and we won't see, but you hope that you'll have the assets and, hit lightning in a bottle yet again and try to find another superstar. But what's going on right now, Milwaukee, it's done. There's no way. The players around Giannis, and you heard from him saying, hey, we're being selfish. We're not understanding. Against the Thunder, he only has 11 shot attempts. He's your best player, and that's all he has. So for me, this is a big, big part of what is next for Milwaukee. And I think Giannis being hurt last night was the last part of this. Now, the question becomes, well, what will the Bucks get with Giannis hurt? I think you're still going to get a boatload, and I think it's time to move on. I think it's time to be able to get what you can get for Giannis and then evaluate Doc. Because to me, that's the first thing. You can't get rid of Giannis and expect Doc to lead this group. This group has left Doc. This group does not play hard. Energy-wise, they're terrible. I mean, you look at a Denver team that had no Joker, that had no Jamal Murray, and they get down by 20 plus. And yeah, they have a great comeback. Ryan Rollins comes back and defends well, but does some things good. But they don't play with the energy that was needed in both games, realistically, against the Thunder, who didn't play a lot of guys. Now, Shea did play and have 40, so that's a little bit of a different thing. But in general, when you look at this group, the energy and effort that they're playing with right now is not one where you can say, hey, their leader is leading them. So that's the first thing. Second thing, the Giannis, to me, I hate saying it, but it's time to move on. It's time to get what you can for Giannis, the injury. And the reason that it's kind of clear finally for me is because there is no plan in place right now for the Bucks. What is the plan? To go get somebody? You're not going to become a buyer after Giannis' injury now. And where are the next moves? You cut Dame to stretch. You got Miles Turner, which would have been the case. But to me, the biggest moves would have been getting rid of Bobby Portis and if your assets at that time and trying to figure some stuff out. Because right now, the pieces that they have in place are not fitting. And that is so obvious when you look at what this team is and how they are and where they're at in the standings as they sit there in the 11th seed at 18 and 26th. Now, yeah, they can work their way back into the playoff or to the play-in games and try to get there. They're 4 from the Hawks, 4 games back from the Hawks. Detroit's in top of the Eastern Conference with 32 and 11. But nothing which I've seen from my eyes says this team is built to be able to handle success this year. So at that time, it's time to move on from Doc. And unfortunately, it's time to move on from Giannis. Hit the subscribe button below. Let me know your thoughts. Is it time to move on from Giannis?